In today's video, I'm going to show you how to join objects in SketchUp, and more importantly, how to choose the right method depending on what you actually want to do. Because in SketchUp, joining objects can mean a few different things. Sometimes you want objects to stay separate but move together, sometimes you want reusable objects that stay linked, and sometimes you want two pieces of geometry to fuse into one clean solid. So in this tutorial, I'll walk you through the three main ways to join objects in SketchUp 2026. Grouping, components, and solid tools. If this video helps you out, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe for more SketchUp tutorials, and let's jump right in. First, let's talk about the most common method, which is grouping. If you want several objects to stay together without sticking to the rest of your model, grouping is the best option. This is the method most SketchUp users rely on every day because it keeps your model organized and prevents accidental geometry merging. To do this, simply select all the objects you want to join together. You can click and drag to select them, or hold Shift and click each one individually if they're separated. Once everything is selected, right-click on the highlighted objects and choose Make Group. As soon as you do that, SketchUp wraps those objects into a single container. That means the objects will now move together as one unit, but the individual geometry inside the group still remains separate. This is really useful for things like furniture, walls, cabinets, or any model part that you want to keep tidy and easy to manage. For example, if you create a table from multiple pieces, grouping allows you to move the table around without the legs sticking to the floor or the tabletop merging into other nearby geometry. And if you ever need to edit it later, you can simply double-click the group to enter edit mode. From there, you can make changes to the geometry inside. If you decide you don't want it grouped anymore, you can right-click again and use Explode to break it apart. So grouping is flexible, simple, and usually the first thing you should try when you want to join objects in SketchUp. Now let's move on to the second method, which is components. Components work a lot like groups, but they're smarter. The big advantage of components is that if you copy them and then edit one copy, every other copy updates automatically. That makes components perfect for repeated objects in your model. If you're working with windows, pillars, chairs, bolts, or any other item that appears multiple times, components can save you a huge amount of time. To make a component, first select the objects you want to join, then right-click and choose Make Component. SketchUp will open a dialog box asking you to name the component. It's a good habit to give it a clear name, like table leg or window frame, so your model stays organized as it grows. After that, click Create, and SketchUp will turn your selection into a component. The key difference here is that components are linked, so if you place several copies of the same component in your model and then edit one of them, all the others will update too. That's great for keeping your workflow efficient and your file size smaller. Instead of creating separate objects over and over again, you can work with one master version and reuse it everywhere. If you're building anything repetitive, components are usually the better choice. Now for the third method, which is the most permanent, solid tools. This is the method you use when you want two objects to literally become one fused piece of geometry. This is especially important if you're preparing a model for 3D printing or if you need a clean outer shell with no internal faces. Unlike grouping or components, solid tools actually modifies the geometry itself. Before you use solid tools, both objects need to be solids. To check that, click on each object and look in Entity Info. If it says solid group or solid component, then you're good to go. If not, the objects may have holes, extra faces, or internal geometry that need to be fixed first. Once both objects are solid, select them both. Then go to the top menu and choose Tools, then Solid Tools, and finally, Outer Shell. SketchUp will process the two objects and merge them into one outer skin. Any geometry inside the overlap area gets removed, leaving you with a single clean shell. This is very different from grouping because now the pieces are physically fused together instead of just being packaged as one unit. This method is especially useful when you want a model that behaves like one continuous object. For example, if you're combining two overlapping shapes for manufacturing or 3D printing, outer shell gives you a cleaner result than just grouping. Just remember that solid tools are more advanced, so they work best when your geometry is already clean and watertight. So let's quickly recap. If you want objects to move together but stay editable, use group. If you want repeated objects that stay linked, use component. And if you want to permanently fuse geometry into one clean shell, use solid tools like outer shell. Each method has a different purpose, so the best one depends on what kind of result you want in your SketchUp model. If you found this tutorial helpful, please give it a like, subscribe for more SketchUp tips and step-by-step tutorials, and let me know in the comments what you want to learn next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.